Growing up, like, my parents being an active drug addicts, my siblings, like, that was all I knew growing up. When I was 5 years old, I got hit by a car, and I ended up in a coma and in the hospital for 6 months. I was in a body cast, and I had a 20% chance of survival, and they didn't think I was gonna make it. And my grandmother came every day, and she would pray for me. My grandparents are big religious people. We used to go to church every Sunday with them, but growing up, like, my parents, they didn't have like that belief in God. They didn't we couldn't even talk about God. Like, it was only with my grandparents. Even to this day, like, I talk to my grandparents and, Grandma, I'm going to church again, and they're just so happy, But my story began about 2 years ago in jail, where my life just changed. I was in a rough place in my life where I lost everything I've owned. Like, I lost my apartment, my family. I lost everything because of drugs and alcohol. I was spiraling downhill quick. I was on drug court. I had CPS in my life. I lost, like, my children. I could not have any communication with them without having a supervisor around, because of my drinking was spiraling out of control, and nothing could stop me, no matter what. I couldn't stop myself. I've tried so hard, and every day was a battle. Like, I didn't want to drink. I didn't want to use drugs, but I didn't know how to stop. Like, jail wasn't gonna stop me. Rehabs wasn't gonna stop me. There was something more powerful than I was, and my addiction was just too much for me to control. But this last time I got locked up, my life just changed. When I was in the cell in jail, I met Jesus. He just showed up inside. I was in medical inside this room, this ice cold room. I was freezing, and I had this thin sheet. Didn't have a pillow. I didn't have anything, and I'm in there, and I'm just crying and shaking, and they wouldn't give me any meds. They didn't give me anything. But all of a sudden, I had this face just showed up in front of me, just saying, "Follow me, I will guide you," And that's where, like, all of a sudden, like, I just started, like, my body, I just started warming up. My body just started, I felt it change. Like, that's where I just surrendered my will over. Everything that I thought I could do on my own, I realized I couldn't. I can't do it on my own. I can't stay sober on my own. Following Jesus has been an awesome experience for me, because I was in a dark place before where I wanted to die. I didn't know how to live without the use of a chemical in my body. And following Jesus taught me a new way to live, just walking his path. And wherever he leads me, that's where I go. I got brought to brand new by a Facebook post. I was on Facebook, and someone posted on there about if anyone's going to brand new, and she wanted to write, and I asked her, what's brand new? And she told me that it's a Christian-based meeting that I should check it out. So I was like, all right, and I ended up going to it, and she wasn't even there. But I ended up going to brand new, and then I heard Two Rivers Church. I've gone to the old Two Rivers Church when it was I was at the halfway house, and I used to go to the Two Rivers Church when it was at Regal Cinema, and and I ended up I stopped going to church for a little while, and I'm like, let me go check out Two Rivers now, let's see what it's like. And I ended up going to Two Rivers, and that was it. the worship, just like you go in there and it's just so alive when you walk into that room. Or even before you even walk in the doors, just the like companionship outside. Everybody outside is just like, and just associating, having coffee, and you know, I'm like, this is where I need to be. This is where I belong. And I've been going every week since. Right. I got 4 keys of advice to give to you. 1, get to know Jesus. Read your Bible and pray every day. 2, surround yourself with a godly community. If you're not in the group, get involved. 3, get water baptized. And 4, make it a priority to make it to church every week. My name's Daniel Rippey, and this was my story.